Hello, creative friends. This is Joy coming to you with another art journal page. And this particular page has some paint on it already from previous projects where I was cleaning off stamps and stencils and using up paint. So I decided to cover it over with the Dilutions paint. And this is vibrant turquoise, but I want to still be able to see the texture and the colors underneath. So I am adding a little bit of water just so that it goes on, thinly enough to be able to see what's on the page. And then I have this Tracy Batiste stamp that I decided to put some more texture on this background and using the Ranger archival ink so that way any wet mediums that I put on top won't bleed or run. So I'm stamping that all over the page just so I can get a little bit more texture in the background. And this is a real quick art journal page that I did that I had fun with some new supplies that I got, and which is the Dilutions paints and the Ranger Distress Crackle paint here that I'm applying to the whole page now. And this is the Clear Rock Candy. And this is the first time I've ever used it, and it didn't really crackle as much as I thought it would. It put a clear coat over the whole page, but it didn't really crackle, so I don't know. Maybe I wasn't putting it on thick enough, or, I don't know what I was doing, but I thought it would crackle more. So I went ahead and decided to try to put some of this distressing stain and walnut over the top of it and wipe it down to see if maybe that would help kind of show more of the crackle, but yeah, that didn't really seem to do much either. And so I'm just wiping it down with the baby wipe, which was my baby wipes are dried out, so I was just wetting it, spraying it with some water. I always keep a little spray bottle of water handy because I always need it for different things. So that's what I'm doing here, is just covering it with some Tim Holtz stain and then wiping it down. So I decided to take these book pages and to apply some of the dilution paints to the book pages. I have fresh lime, squeezed orange, and crushed grapes. I'm coloring each of these book pages with these beautiful colors from Dilutions, and going to stamp on these book pages with the same Ranger archival ink that I used on the page, and some big red stamps to stamp out some butterflies. I wanted to put some different colored butterflies on this page that I'm creating, and I wanted to, I guess, add a little bit more interest to the butterflies, so I decided to do it on these book pages with these colors. So here I'm showing you the stamps from Deep Red that I am going to use on these book pages, and the Ranger archival ink that I'm using as well. And some of the stamping didn't come out as complete and clear as I would have liked it. So I do go back, and I don't think I showed that on the video. Maybe I do. Where I take a felt tip black marker and I kind of fill in some areas of some of these butterflies where it didn't completely stamp or stamp as clear as I wanted it to. So I'm stamping different shapes and sizes of butterflies on these book pages. And I really like the way that this art journal page turned out. It turned out pretty neat by the time I was done with it. And it took me some time, which I'm sure I don't show the cutting out of the butterflies, but I do go through and cut out all of these butterflies. And yeah, I guess I am showing here where I just take a felt tip pen and kind of fill in some of the detail on some of the butterflies where it didn't stamp as well and as clear as I had hoped that it would. But like I said, by the time I was done with this, then I went through and took the time to cut all of these butterflies out. And of course, when I cut them out, I did not cut out the antennas because they're, kind of too tedious to do that. So here I have this picture from a magazine that I really like, and I have the butterflies that I just created and cut out, and I have a little saying that I thought would go on this art journal page. So I'm just trying to lay things out here and figure out how I want everything laid out and how I want the butterflies to be on the page. And the saying that I found that I thought would go well with this art journal page says, "There's a crack in everyone. That's how the light of God gets in." And that's from Elizabeth Gilbert. So I thought that kind of was appropriate for this page. And even though the crackling, the Ranger crackling paint that I added to this page didn't really crackle that much, adding the stamping from Tracy Batiste actually made it look like there was crackling on this page. So here I'm using Collage Page to put down my elements on the page now that I kind of figured out how I want everything laid out. And I am covering, the top and the bottom as you see here to make sure that it's secured on to the page. And then added my butterflies on the page where I wanted them to be. And right now it looks kind of white, but it does dry completely clear. So I'm not too worried about, it drying kind of white like it's showing here. And I like I said, really like the way this page turned out. I thought it turned out pretty neat. And I love the butterflies. I did not use all of the butterflies that I stamped and cut out. I had some left over, which I ended up using on another quick art journal page that I did after. And I have a video of that one as well that I'll be posting and showing at another time. I still got to edit and narrate that one. And so after I get all of the elements on the page with using the Collage Page, then I go back and I put the little antennas on all of the butterflies. So that's pretty much the art journal page for this week. If you like my videos, you can if you want to see more, you can subscribe to my channel, or you can leave me a comment. I would certainly love to hear from you. And I hope that you come back again next time to see future art journal pages that I create. And I appreciate you stopping by and watching my videos. Talk to you guys again later. Bye-bye.